Richmond is one of the most explosive offensive teams in the country. I think going into the game, they had the 22nd best offense efficiency-wise anywhere in Division I basketball, and it certainly showed up. Early in the game, we were able to deflect some passes, especially on the ball, and that led to some transition. Our team offensively, that's the best we've played. So we shot 60% from the field. In the second half, we only had 3 turnovers. I mean, we have not done a better job offensively in any game we've played, but certainly to win, we have to guard.
Jeff, 60%, and you come up short. They shot 11 threes in the first half. Was it more so just being a victim of circumstance during that stretch?
No, that's exactly what Richmond does, is they spread the court. They have terrific passers. Their assist-turnover ratio in every game is terrific. And so they had a good plan as far as exposing our defense, and they've got the shooters to shoot it in. Obviously, Marshall Wood stepped up, and he's been a very good three-point shooter for them, but he just hasn't played much. And so number 11, Taylor, was injured, and it proved to be to Richmond's benefit.
You called a timeout after a made basket down by 10, and then you guys came back to take the lead. What did you say in that huddle?
Yeah, so I think one thing we did there was change our defense, and we allowed passes to start the second half, and so Richmond puts you in very uncomfortable defensive situations. For example, Ryan Rooms is typically guarding the post. When you're guarding Richmond, he's got to guard the perimeter, and so we were just allowing too many passes. And so my point was, when we do go back to man-to-man, we've got to deny. We can't let him make passes, and we got to change our defense.
You did say your best offense was just throwing in post to Ryan. He goes 3-18 and 8, 9 of 10. Was he maybe compromised by Richmond's schemes a little bit, do you feel?
By Richmond's what?
Schemes?
Schemes? Well, what they do is Richmond plays a switching defense that really does guard the post when they want to, and so that did allow some of our other guys to get some creative opportunities. So, I think for Ryan to have 18 and 8, I mean, those are terrific numbers, and if we can get that from him every night, then we're going to be pleased.
Jeff, I think they had 8 turnovers in the first 12 minutes, and they ended up with 11. They do take care of the ball pretty well, but it's a little disappointing to force more turnovers after that first shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word disappointing, but I mean, that's what Richmond does. I mean, that's exactly how they play. Chris Mooney's been there now. This is his 11th year, so they've established their program. They understand how to win the Richmond way, and one of the things they do is value the ball. 11 turnovers for them is a typical number, and unfortunately, we had 10 turnovers in the first half. So, we've got to improve our value. Richmond does this every game.
You guys went on the 12-0 run to take back the lead, and then they made their run back. Was there maybe you guys were a little gassed after that?
I'm not sure, and I'll watch the film. Certainly, any time that you come back and take a lead, we didn't play. But we had to keep certain guys on the court here tonight, so that was a challenge. But also, they may have just missed some shots during that run.
Coach Mandel with his first 20. Sorry if I already mentioned him, but his first 20-point game in almost a month, and he really was a part of it. It seemed like the runs were really led by 1 or 2 guys for both sides, and Mandel was a big part of those. Nice to see him come back with such a sharp performance.
Right, so we certainly need Mandel to be great, and he was a big reason today why offensively, we really scored the ball. For us to get 82 points on an Atlantic 10 team, it's a great number, and Mandel did play very well. He made some tough shots.
How important were the fouls in the second half that Fordham committed?
Yeah, there were some fouls that we made that were not good basketball plays, and those were situations where the shot clock really got down, and then also we were very handsy at certain times. We've got to guard with our feet. The big problem, Richmond's really struggled from the line this year. The problem is we fouled the wrong guy. So number 3, Jones, is a terrific free throw shooter, and we kept putting him at the line.
You guys got off to such a good start in the non-conference schedule, and now losing 2 of the first 3 here. Seeing believing for some of the guys?
No, I don't know that. I just think every game is unique. And so when you play against an offensive juggernaut that Richmond is, there are going to be certain nights where they really shoot the ball well, and they do that on a lot of afternoons or nights. So just every game is unique. This isn't a trend or anything. It's just that Richmond played very well, and they deserve a lot of credit.
One of the bigger possessions at the end of this game seemed to be the Marshall Wood 3 at the end of the shot clock, but you almost had 2 or 3 steals. Did you like the defense on that last possession where you really get them down to 34, 30, or 28 seconds of break D, but he seemed to be a guy on a mission tonight.
Yeah, so I'm sure Marshall Wood hasn't played as much this year as he would
First
like.
start of the year.
Yeah, and so you mentioned he was on a mission. He certainly played great, and he's a tall shooter. So our defense on that possession was a 4-point game with under 2 minutes, and we got everything we wanted out of that possession, except he made a 3 with 1 on the shot clock. So our effort was terrific on that possession. He's a tall shooter. He's hard to guard.